Perhaps the most insane part about this, and I don't even think you'll believe me on this one, this actually had more budget than Jurassic Park.
They set a trap. They actually set a trap.
Yes, it's this one. You know, for me, Jurassic World Dominion really, jumped in. Tried to take the bullet of being the franchise's worst entry, but I still don't think it succeeded. I think this is just a little bit worse. And that comes down to one thing for me. This does not, at any single point, feel remotely like a blockbuster. Ever. And the talking velociraptor tree. Jurassic Park 3 brings back Alan Grant, who's still grumpy dinosaur Indiana Jones, only more so this time. He has his own basically Shia LaBeouf following him around, he falls asleep on airplanes and wakes up to disaster, and he's even more fed up with everybody else's shit than he was originally. He's also being brought back to the island against his will, to help a family try and relocate their son. And I can't stress this enough. There's not really a reason for Alan Grant to be in this movie. So you'd think it'd be interesting to throw in some real experts against the dinosaurs on the island this time, but what if I told you that instead of doing that, we throw in a bathroom designer, his wife who loves to scream, their lost child, a couple of fossil lovers, and a booking agent, I think? There's just no universe out in the many multiverses where this film was good, right? It manages somehow not even to be quick. You know, it's 90 minutes long. It is by far the shortest film in this franchise. And yet, it feels so much longer than that. But also, good point that only being 90 minutes is part of the reason this does not feel very blockbustery. Yeah. It feels and looks direct-to-video. I mean, considering the budget they had, especially for its time, the writing and editing and cinematography are all terrible. It is shocking. I know that Steven Spielberg took a step away here, but even so, what? I will admit that exactly two things were good about this film. The line, "This is how you make dinosaurs?" No, this is how you play God. That's good. And the pterodactyl sequence. Yeah, that was something different at this point. It was interesting and it was well done. And it's really, when I think about this film, I was trying to think about it before I sat down and rewatched it again the other day, and that was pretty much the only thing I could actually think about. That and the velociraptor that talks to him in his dream. I mean, I know that it was a theme of the film that he was figuring out that velociraptors can actually communicate with each other through speaking and stuff, and the whole little thing they made was really useful, but come on. I like Sam Neill, I'm glad he came back for this in one way, but also they left Laura Dern behind. They could get her back for this, and they left her behind as a concerned housewife, not even Grant's wife. Just so much about this that's just and I feel like this is really irritating to me. I feel like if you wanted to get this franchise back to its roots a little bit, you could have an actual family just crash on the island. And they've teased around the idea of almost doing that twice. Because they did it here, it was this family, but then Alan Grant's just also here. And the family dragging him and other people into this and getting them killed so that their family can be whole again just makes me feel okay, it's a little bit of a trolley problem. Were they right for doing that or not? But it makes me feel personally like they're kind of assholes. And then in Rebirth, they did it again. They have this whole two-film thing going on where Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey are there, but then there's this family there who are actually in a horror film survival situation. I just want a film like that in this franchise. It would be simple. I do think Tia Leone was giving a horrible character. William H. Macy with that little mustache looked like he should be inventing airplanes or something. And the whole thing is just this brutal, messy, short gloop of a film. It has by far the worst production quality in this franchise. Does not have the worst story, arguably, but it also just cares so little about characters or the story. It just wanted to shove as many dinosaur scenes into 90 minutes as you can and have it make some sense. It's a very frustrating film in general. I'm glad Sam Neill came back for one. Alan Grant at least feels as a character like himself again, which you can't say for Ian Malcolm in the second one. But I'm giving... there's only two people that actually get eaten by dinosaurs. 2 stars. Yes, yes. There are some slight differences between this and the other films. It does still have a better story, arguably, than some of the Jurassic World films, but the production quality is so much worse that I don't think you're ever going to make anything worse in this franchise. The Lost World was a cash grab, but that had Spielberg. This is a shameless cash grab.